top 5 in terms of field goal percentage from long range. And I think it was a direct result of great unselfish play. And it helps when you can employ that inside-out game. Attack a team in the paint and then kick it out for that three-point shot.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Mavericks trailing. Pass to Wright. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton. Well, Clark, we've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead has gone 5 times, so no one in clear control yet.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can kind of ride the momentum and take control of this game.
San Antonio with the ball. The Mavericks making the shot. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Diaw. And the 3 off target.
Steve, they've come out with the take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
The Mavericks shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Felton kicks to Harris. To the wing on the left. Here's Wright. Good on the 13-footer. Wright's got 6. And here is Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. He feeds it to Bellinelli. From the arc. Parsons with the rebound. The Mavericks leading. And there's the feed to Aminu. Back to Parsons. And it's blocked. Bellinelli with the 3. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
I think they're going to be able to see pretty clearly on the replay that the shot left his hands in time, guys. The evidence is right there.
Yeah, and this is a big call, guys. I mean, they're going to take a very close look at it, even if it seems clear-cut at first glance.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you've just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarters.
Bring your costume. It's Halloween in the NBA. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers go on the road to battle the Chicago Bulls this Friday, 7 p.m. Central. Don't miss it.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lanes.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steals.
San Antonio leading. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Chandler Parsons. Then it's Brandon Wright. Then it's Devin Harris. Then it's Felton in at the 1. Ginobili attacking. Puts up the baby hook. And it's Wright sending it back.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's a diver. He's an offensive rebound guy. He's a lob catcher. So, not a one-on-one scorer, but somebody who can play off of others very effectively.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And checking out some numbers here for Manu Ginobili. How his season went last year. Last season put up about 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. If it was an average player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were spectacular.
Yeah,
but for him, simply run-of-the-mill.
And how much does that tell you about the talent he has? I mean, when the spectacular passes is average, that speaks volumes. And Wright, because he's light-weighted, can struggle in matchups with stronger opponents. But he is a shot blocker. His length really helps him in pick-and-roll situations.
Joseph dishes to Anderson. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Diaw. Ginobili left side. Ginobili left side. They shoot again. The offensive rebound. Anderson kicks to Joseph. Pass to Ginobili. Tries yet again. He takes it up and lays it in. And it's a 6-point San Antonio lead.
And for Wright, it seems like he'll always be slight of build, but he hasn't been one to chafe over his playing time. He just focuses on playing well in the minutes he earns.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, I tell you what, Kyle Anderson out of UCLA was one of the most productive and most unique players in the 2014 draft. I mean, his beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and I love his game. He's not a great athlete or defender. All he does is make winning plays. He's a 6'9", point forward, excellent rebounder, passes at a very high level, and he sees things 2 or 3 frames ahead. In the right system with the right coach, this guy could be very special.
Nelson kicks to Ellis. Nowitzki sets a screen for Ellis. Shot is blocked. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Joseph, the pass to Anderson. He kicks it to Leonard. Now here's Joseph. Tight defense on him. The dish to Diaw. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And the Spurs lead by 8. And Clark, Kyle Anderson finding a great fit with the San Antonio Spurs. His game often compared with that of Boris Diaw, who was so important in the finals against Miami last season for the Spurs.
You heard me mention before that you don't have to be a great athlete to be a really good basketball player.
I like that comment, Ben.
Boris Diaw is an example of that. Chris Mullin would be an example. Larry Bird. Magic Johnson was not an off-the-charts athlete, Kevin, but a fantastic basketball player. Kyle Anderson. Slow motion.
Yeah, how about him?
He is nice. I'm telling you, this kid has tremendous basketball. He does everything. There's not anything
Fluid.
Oh, so smooth. I love watching him operate and work. Just the kind of player that is really nice to get San Antonio.
This is great. 3-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
Ellis with the screen for Nelson. Leonard against Ellis. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 3 assists now in this one. Spurs leading by 6. Here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Leonard dishes the bottom. Spurs passing it around. Here's Joseph. Kicks it out to Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Nelson against Anderson. Nelson kicks to Aminu. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Spurs have gone 4-10 in the second quarter from the field. Anderson with the ball. Picked up by Nowitzki. Now here's Joseph. Kicks it to Leonard. Diallo, the screen. Anderson, a screen on Ellis. Shot by Joseph, no good. Mavericks trail by 6. Here's Aminu. And Nowitzki, wide open, he fires. Gets a very good look and converts. Nowitzki's got his first bucket in this one. San Antonio's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Now Leonard. 6 points for him. It's Anderson with the drive. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Mavericks trail by 4. Ellis with it. Picked up by Joseph. Ellis, the pass to Nowitzki. Nowitzki left side. And he gets it to go. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the night.
Last season, Coach Popovich of the San Antonio Spurs winning his 5th NBA championship, one of only 5 NBA coaches in the league's history to win that many rings. He's one of the all-time greats.
Anderson, a screen on Ellis. Leonard kicks to Anderson. From the top of the key, he buries it. And the Spurs lead by 4. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Popovich, the only coach in NBA history to twice win Coach of the Year and an NBA title. Clark in the same season.
And yet he remains so humble. He's highly esteemed by anybody in the NBA and even beyond the NBA when you talk about his leadership and the way he has that mutual respect with his players. It's wonderful to watch how they make it happen. He tells you, first and foremost, it's a players' league, and that's how he goes about his work. Gives all the credit to the great ones he's had the privilege of coaching, and that's admirable.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Baines is checked in. Duncan comes in for Matt Bonner. Green, he's checked in for Anderson. And it's Bellinelli in for Joseph. And Dallas with a change here, too. Chandler's checked in.
Kawhi Leonard has been talked about and mentioned as the future of this San Antonio Spurs team. 23 years old is all he is, and already a great defender and a much improved shooter from his days at San Diego State. Jameer Nelson dropping a delicious dime there.
Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Nelson. The 15-footer. Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got 8 points. And for Kawhi Leonard, we know about his defense, but you think, Steve, he can become a go-to offensive player?
Well, he's going to need to, Kevin, when Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan move on. This is going to be Kawhi Leonard's team. And I thought what was interesting was the Spurs gave him more of a burden last year offensively. They started to give him more and more looks isolation-wise down on the block. And he's developed at a beautiful rate. He's coming into his own.
Here's Bellinelli. He's got 8. Leonard with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. Leonard's got the lead up to 8 now for San Antonio. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Ellis dishes to Aminu. Back to Ellis. Passes it to Nelson. Feeds it to Chandler. Dishes it to Aminu. Shot clock at 3 for 3. Ellis. And Baines pulls it down. Spurs leading by 8. Now Bellinelli. Now the pass to Leonard. Duncan with a screen on Nelson. Leonard kicks to Duncan. Rejected by Chandler. Nelson it outside. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Now Chandler inside. And that one is stuffed right through. They'd love to get more of those. The easiest